The conditional perfect tense in Spanish indicates what would have happened or what one would have done. In English, it's a tense that's not used often, but when it is, it's a simple concept because all we do is put the construction would have and then we add any participle that we want after. In Spanish, however, we have a slightly different concept that again uses the verb haber, but in the conditional perfect, we use a conjugation that is equivalent to both of the words would have. For the yo pronoun, we have the word habría, which is a conjugation of haber plus any participle that we want after. For tú, we have habrías. For él, we have habría. For nosotros, we have habríamos, vosotros habríais, and ellos habrían. As you can probably tell by looking at the chart, the ending of all of these conjugations of haber perfectly correspond to the ending pattern of verbs in the simple conditional. And that is because the conditional perfect literally just copies the ending that you would have for verbs in the conditional. So it's really not that difficult to memorize. As always, try not focusing on these conjugations because they're the least used ones in conversation. In Spanish, a way that the conditional perfect can be used effectively is by expressing an action that would have happened but did not. Saying something like yo habría terminado mi trabajo would mean I would have finished my job, with habría being the conjugation that matches the yo pronoun. Additionally, I can say tú habrías disfrutado estar ahí, which means you would have enjoyed being there, with habrías matching the pronoun tú. Or maybe we can say ella habría abierto las ventanas, meaning she would have opened the windows, with habría matching the pronoun ella and with abierto being an irregular participle. As always, the same concept applies to any phrase that you want to say using the conditional perfect tense in Spanish. Even though I did not present many examples in this video, the conditional perfect is one of the least used tenses in Spanish, mainly because no one uses it in actual conversation. Just like with the future perfect tense, I did not present any sentences involving negatives, reflexive verbs, and object pronouns, mostly because it's impossible to make a logical phrase using these ideas. If anything, the conditional perfect is a tense that is useful to know, but not useful to utilize. So that's that. This has been the conditional perfect tense in Spanish. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I made your learning just a bit simpler.